Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. My name is Alpha Knight and this is Hardcore Nightcraft episode 3. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode marks the beginning of our industrial revolution. I have a lot of goals for today's episode. Hopefully we're able to get through as much as possible. A good chunk would be so great, I think, but we'll have to see how far we get through these goals that I have set for today's episode 3. If none of them gets completed for this episode, we'll push them back into episode 4, and then we'll finally be set up. We'll have some infrastructure built done for our hardcore survival let's play. I'm excited for today's episode. Hopefully you guys are too. Let's jump right to start today's episode. The very first thing I want to work on is upgrading our armor set. We got full iron dripped out, but now I think it is time we upgrade into full diamond armor and get ourselves a little bit of enchanting started. So let's go ahead and make our helmet, chest plate, legs, boots. Phenomenal. And by the looks, we have ourselves some diamonds remaining. Alright, so I've gone ahead and enchanted all of our diamond armor and our diamond tools. Let's go ahead and take a look what we have. We got ourselves a diamond helmet with protection 3, respiration 3, unbreaking 3. We get protection 4 and unbreaking 3 on our diamond chest plate. We get protection 4 and unbreaking 3 on our diamond leggings. And on our boots, we have feather falling 4 and protection 3. These aren't perfect enchants. I would like to do a little bit more, but currently with the way that I'm getting XP, it's not really going to be the best way to go about it. So we're gonna have this on for right now, and let's go ahead and place it on. Let's put it on. Oh yeah, look at that, the nice blue on me. I love it. On top of that, what I actually want to do is combine these two swords together. I have sharpness 3 and unbreaking 3 with my looting 3 in here, and that's actually should be a pretty good sword in my opinion. Of course there's much more that I would like to have on the sword, but for now that should do it. While I was exploring the area around our base, I actually found myself a ruined portal. This is behind our house, so this is going to be where I think we place our nether portal. It is a little bit away from our main base, but so I'm not going to be able to hear any of the nether portal sounds, which I kind of like. I'm hoping that this spawns me somewhere nice. I'm covering the lava up for a little bit because I kind of want to be able to place down some of the obsidian I currently have. I should have enough. No, I don't. I'm probably going to have to collect some more. But yeah, we got ourselves some of the necessary products that we need. We got ourselves ready to jump into the nether portal. I'm going to switch my helmet out with the gold one just in case, and I think we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. This bow has no chance. Give me 2 seconds. We back. I made a unbreaking 3 power 4 punch 1 bow that we can actually go ahead and use in the nether just to go ahead and be safe. So let's do this thing, man. Hopefully I get a good spawn. If I don't, I am terrified. So here we go. We're on the ground. Phenomenal. Couple torches down. All about. Oh yeah. Let's see what we got here. Okay, cool. That's connected to our nice nether portal there. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm gonna turn off all the fires that's around. I don't want no issues with the fires. Oh my goodness, glowstone. Right off the bat. We need that. I'll take it. I will take it. Oh, became really dark all of a sudden. Hey there, buddy. Come here. Kinda want your ender pearls. Didn't even give me one. Didn't even give me one singular gosh darn ender pearl. Ah, yes. Quartz. I need this. The main reason why I actually want quartz is because that's going to help us get into creating redstone items Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and place down our lodestone and our compass on here so we can always be able to find our way back to our nether portal. I think that's going to be helpful. I did see some openings over this. I do got to be careful because we are in like a the soul sand biome, whatever it's called. And that's going to get increasingly annoying as you fight off Ghast and skeleton spawn. Oh man, here it is. Is this Silk Touch? Yes, it is. Look at this. We got ourselves a happy Ghast. That is awesome. Alright guys, so I'm over here exploring this biome here, and I found myself another fortress. That is exactly what I was looking for actually, so it's good that we stumbled upon it here. I'm gonna have to figure out a way down. I do like this biome a lot more than other biomes because it's probably the safest biome out here. There's not really much that spawn except for Endermen, and if you just don't look at the Endermen, you'll be fine. Hey, we made it. There it is. All right, so things I need to collect in here it actually includes blaze rods, which we've been able to get a couple of over here. Another thing we're gonna have to do is just prep ourselves for. Oh, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Oh nah, I just got bombarded just now. Screw off, screw off. Okay, okay. That would have been bad. That would have been horrible, actually. So we're gonna block that off a little bit. Oh, we gotta be careful. I almost hit like a piglin there. Oh, what's up, dude? Come on. Another thing we want to do is protect ourselves here. Oh my god, they're lighting me up. They are lighting me up. I don't want any issues here. Oh, we gotta go. Oh, we gotta go. Oh, we gotta go. I actually just hit a piglin. Yeah, we gotta go. 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 All right, it's time to create a nether chest here. I'm gonna have my nether quartz be placed in here alongside my soul sand. Yeah, okay, yeah, that actually works. That works fine. Then we're gonna have our basalt. We're gonna have a bunch of netherrack in there as well, including some warp blocks, that warp stem, and blaze rods. There's a bunch of other stuff in here as well, so let's go ahead and take those out. I need to lock in. I am starting to feel a lot better. At the beginning of today's episode, you saw that I was speaking at a relatively low tone, and that was because I caught a cold. Now that it's clearing up, I'm feeling up to getting the job done, and we're going to continue with our plans to getting ourselves industrialized. Alright, so I've gone ahead and created a little bit of a crop farm here. The reason why I made this crop farm is because I kind of want to have a way to get some resources, right? The next thing we're going to build is an actual iron golem farm. And to do that, we're going to need to get ourselves a villager breeder. The villager breeder is going to require us to have crops. So first thing we have to work on is actually getting ourselves an auto crop farm done. So hopefully this works exactly how it's supposed to. It's not working as I want it to. That's gonna be a pain. This is gonna be a pain. Alright, I figured out what the issue was. I'll show you exactly what it is now before we continue. So what you have to do is actually be able to preset this repeater to 4-tick delay. Once you have it at the 4-tick delay, then it's going to be able to break, take some time to break the blocks that you want it to break. So with that being said, let's go ahead and fix this up again. And now we can actually get this started with some of the potatoes. Let's see if that works out. Yes. Yeah, it's doing its thing. Awesome. So I'm gonna sit here for a little bit until I have a lot more potatoes, and when we come back, we'll be able to move on to our next goal. They're just staring at me unmovingly. I'm scared for my life. Oh man, Minecraft Bedrock Iron Golem farms are probably one of the hardest farms to ever build. This one is an Iron Golem farm created by Silent Whispers. Again, all links are in the description for all the farms I'm building in this episode. But I have this fully completed, so let's go ahead and show you the downstairs. Alright, so this first level is where I have all the beds layered down. Now, I was having a little bit of a problem where my iron golems weren't spawning, and I think the main reason was because there was no line of sight to the beds for my villagers. So I put one up here, and all my other villagers are placed down here in their trading hall specific levels, right? I made a bunch of these, what are they called, composters. Those are just placeholders for now. I know this full section here is all farming villagers, but along these sides I'm going to have different villagers placed over there, maybe some librarians and some smiths and whatever they're called. But yeah, so far this is what I have loaded for the trading hall, the starter trading hall. I don't think I'm gonna have this as my main trading hall for this series, but this is a good starting point here. Yeah. The other thing I really want you guys to take point of is how many beds you're using and how many villagers correspond to those beds. If you have 20 beds, make sure you have 20 villagers. If you have 22 villagers, make sure you have 22 beds. So that was one of the problems I was running into with Iron Golem spawns. Currently, it is spawning. Hopefully, I'm able to catch one spawn up here, but I think that's going to be a little tough. But it is spawning. It is giving me all the Iron Golems I could want. Down here, you can see I went from 8 Iron Golems to 33 in a amount of like a 5-minute interval. Oh, we got ourselves a a golem spawn. Nice. So it is slowly but surely spawning golems. Alright, so this is exactly what we want. And it's also spawning cats. Those cats are going to turn into string. But that's exactly what we want happening in here. This is great. So we went from 33 to 40 in a matter of minutes. So that's good. So everything is working exactly how I want it to work. Yeah, we're going to keep... I think what I'm gonna do is AFK for a little bit down here before we move on to our next thing. Yeah, let's do that, and I'll be right back, guys. Alright, so I AFK'd for a little bit, around an hour long AFK session, and I was able to get ourselves a lot of iron. So this is how much iron we've gotten a little bit with at least a singular AFK. Imagine if I would AFK overnight, we would have a lot more iron. As you can see, they are spawning in a lot faster. One thing I do got to worry about is the fact that some of them are spawning on this side of things, and I kind of want to make sure they stop doing that. It might be because they might be walking and hopping off and over, but I'm not certain. But I think that's going to be something we have to deal with later on. But for now, we're going to move on to our very next build. I also wanted to show you guys that I built a direct line from our nether portal to our home nether portal to our industrial district nether portal. So I'm able to get from A to B without traveling over 700 blocks. So it's only takes 50 blocks in the nether. It takes over 800 blocks in the overworld. So I think this is an investment that we're gonna keep for a minute now. I've been standing here for the past hour trying to get myself a mending book, and I just can't get one. I don't know why. It just won't let me get a mending book. I also need like a glass pane book, but like a glass book. But oh my goodness, I just want one singular mending book, please. My tools need it. This is the only time I'm gonna allow you guys to call me an idiot, because on this hardcore world, I have the trade rebalance turned on. Therefore, the only way I can get a mending villager is if I go to a swamp. And I don't know where my swamp is. Alright, so down here, what I have is a simple item filter to separate iron from the string and the poppies that we're going to be collecting. And I also have it going into an auto crafter, which is auto crafting iron blocks in here. It's a very simple design here. I'll explain to you how the crafter works. So for the crafter, we have the iron ingots going into here, creating a power source of 9. When all of these are filled in, it gives a comparator, reads out a power of 9. That is going to hit this block right here, which is going to hit this repeater, creating a sort of repeater comparator clock, my fault, and then activating the crafter. But as you can see, it's not crafting right now, and it's because it's locked by this comparator here. This comparator is also reading out a power of 9 from this crafter, which is locked all the way. As you can see, this won't allow any power to go through from this comparator. This is locking, this right here is locking this comparator there. But as soon as this comparator reads out a level of 9, just like it just did, it's going to craft an iron block, because it has to be, this has to be greater or equal to this comparator power, right? This right here is a simple iron item filter. You can see we have the iron ingots in there with 4 random items that you're not going to be getting into this iron generator or the iron farm. And then it locks with a, we call it redstone torch in here. And there's a repeater locking this, unlocking this redstone torch when it receives a power signal. All right. And that's really it. I made this because when I AFK, I know we're going to get a lot of iron, and once you have, if you only have one chest, it's going to fill up pretty quickly. So I have a chest up there as well that's a buffer between the iron golems and our crafting system over here. So if this does fill up accidentally, we're still going to have enough space to cover an entire night of AFK. And we are back. I kind of wanted to get a lot more done over here at our industrial district, but as you can see on the chest over here, we've got a lot of things we've worked on. But all in all, the amount of farms that we actually got to finish were only 3. So let's go ahead and explore the farms that I made. Alright, to start us off, like I said, I showed you last time, was the iron golem farm over here. I went ahead and placed down some half slabs, bottom half slabs, just to stop some of the iron golems from spawning outside of the area that we have in here, to like put them towards the lava. They were spawning all over the top of this hill. They were going over here. It was bad. It was bad. Along that, after I was done building this, I actually pivoted and went along to make this bad boy over here. This is a Silent Whispers original. This is his moss farm. Again, links are in the description below. This is a overly complicated I'm saying overly complicated moss farm, but it's a compliment at the end of the day, because this gets the job done, right? I did do a little tweaking on my side of things, where I have a bone meal section for it. It's like 4 of these composters doing what they need to do to turn them into bone meal for my dispenser here that's gonna be affecting the moss block. I did fill this up by hand originally, so now it has a bunch of bone meal in there to get me started and be able to hold on for a little bit. And while this just adds on top of it, there should be some in here. No, there's none in there. But yeah, they're all in here. They'll just like use this dropper system with using like off of this like redstone that Silent showed us in his video too. But it's just a simple dropper elevator going into the dispenser over here. I also have, like I said,
the composters lined up underneath into this buffer chest here. So if this does happen to fill up, I do have a location for all of those to go into. Let's go ahead and take a look at how this one works over here. It's very simple. Like, it's 4 stone generators all in one, so it makes we call moss very quickly. As you can see over here, this chest is already almost full. Oh wow, that chest is almost completely full. I need a better storage system for this, which I plan on doing pretty soon. It's not gonna stay as it is currently. I will be changing this pretty quickly. This is a bamboo farm. Okay, it's a single stack bamboo farm. If you look on the sides here, every single protruding stone brick is a level. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 levels of bamboo. It's 7 blocks wide, and on the other side as well. So in total it's like 16 16 times 7, quick math real fast. In total there's like 112 singular bamboo placed on here, and every time it harvests, which takes a 12-minute counter. I'll show you what the redstone looks like after we take a nap real fast. It's set up into a redstone torch elevator thing, whatever this is called. I don't know what it's called, the actual name for it, but it flickers on and off, and the redstone is placed on these stone bricks over here on every ledge. Over here, this is the timing mechanism that I have going on, which is like a 12-minute timing mechanism. We have moss carpets as the blocks that are in here that are going back and forth, but this thing completely drains into here, and then we have one in here that also drains back and forth, but that allows this one right here, this brick to this redstone block to come across, power this repeater, which powers off that torch, and that's a chain reaction all the way up. This comparator is reading out the information that's on here, and for the 1 second that there's like one tick that there's nothing in this hopper, the comparator reads that out, unlocks this hopper here, and that allows the transfer of item to go just once, and that's a like 1 tick thing that happens, and that's all really needed. With that being said, guys, I think that is all I'm gonna have time for today's episode. It's getting down to the final minutes here. I have like 3 hours to edit this video to drop it tonight, but I'm so excited for you guys to see this industrial district. If you guys have any more ideas to what I should do, please go ahead and comment down below any farms that you want me to build in the industrial district. I think the next few episodes are going to really be dealing with the industrial district, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm so excited. Thank you guys for watching again. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.